Oh yeah.
Hi. Ollie, you mentioned there about obviously Ronaldo taking the number 7 after a conversation with Edison. We've obviously always been accustomed to him taking penalties as well in his career. He's obviously got a very good relationship with Bruno, but Bruno's been outstanding in that role for you. Is there an expectation that Cristiano will become first choice penalty taker? I just wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, I knew that question was going to come, and of course I've had the chat with the two of them. We've got two players there that I trust with my life to put a penalty away, and that's a great position to be in. And they'll know by the conversations we've had and the conversation that we have before the games how we're going to sort this. And it's going to be my decision what'll happen. And I think the two of them will just keep on doing what they do when they're asked to take the penalties.
David McDonald.
Hi Ollie. There's obviously huge excitement and anticipation about Cristiano's return, but plenty of United fans will be thinking effectively that his return is the kind of key that unlocks the door to winning the title. How do you guard against that? It's not as simple as that, is it?
No, it's not as simple as that. You know, you add quality players, that gives you a better chance, of course. Now we need to gel everyone into the squad. The mood is good. You know, we've got to have the same focus, every single one of us, to approach every game as the most important one. And when you play, you know, there's competition for places, there's healthy competition, we back each other, we're all here to win. It's not about whoever egos, scoring goals, me. No, I've seen a group that knows that we have to do this together. I've seen Cristiano coming in. He doesn't want any special treatment. He wants to be part of the team. He knows what a team is, and he's conducted himself really well. And but we know we're still a work in progress. But Cristiano coming, of course, that gives us another edge. He comes with his winning mentality. Him and Rafael, of course, they won the Champions League a few times. They won European Championships, World Cups. We're adding some experience and quality there that we didn't have.
Samuel Lucas.
Hi.
When a player like Cristiano comes in, does that put more pressure on you? Do you feel more pressure to win the league this season? Because it has been a while since the club won anything now, let alone the title. But when you sign a player like Ronaldo, that expectation level seems to have risen exponentially already.
And that's great. You know, we had a. I've seen it so many. I've said it so many times. You know, we knew we had to rebuild. We knew we had to get players experience, get players minutes, play for Man United, because I felt we were at a low point, and now we're looking around in the squad, we're looking at the bench, we're looking at the young players coming through. Then this is a team that I said it before we signed Cristiano. I don't think anything's beyond these players. You know, it's now that we all focus, go game by game, knowing that the challenge is there in the toughest league in the world, with two teams that have won the league, Champions and Chelsea won the Champions League in the last few years. We know that the competition is there, and there's not a lot of room for errors. And you need consistency. We know we need to improve on a few things. So the pressure, as you asked about, that's a privilege. That's when you're at Man United, you want that pressure. If you go in as a player or as a coach or a manager to have a easy life, you go mid-table somewhere. And no, we want that pressure, and of course you feel it, but that makes you feel alive.
Neil Custis.
Oh, hi Ollie, if I could just ask
Hi, Neil.
you two, please. Yeah, you were part of some very strong squads. From your time as a player and as a manager, is this the strongest squad as maybe the club's had for, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years?
It's you know, it's very hard to compare. We felt very competitive, and that we could compete for everything back in the day when I played, of course. And I do feel I have a squad now that can compete at all levels. There's international players right, left and centre. It used to be there as well. It feels good to have so many good players around, and that's a position that a manager of Man United likes to be. You know, you look around and you trust the team that you put out there.
Can I just ask, how frightening is the prospect of
Don't think there was any prospect of that.
Never?
I don't think so.
Okay. Good.
Rob Dawson.
Hi, Ollie.
Hi.
You mentioned that in the first part a lot about the preparation that you saw Cristiano take when you were a player and obviously in the first week. Are you viewing this almost as a coaching appointment as well, in that you've got a lot of young players at the squad and in the squad who can learn how to prepare and how to look after themselves? I mean, I'm thinking of like the likes of Mason Greenwood, Jadon Sancho, those kind of players.
You know, Mason, Jadon, Hannibal. I'm sure I'll forget some names here. You know, Aaron, the young boys in his group, Donny, all these young, Marcus, the young boys in his group. They've got some unbelievable professionals to learn from. You got Cristiano, who's been one of the best players of all times. You got Rafael coming in. You got Juan Mata. You've got Nemanja Matic. You got Paul Pogba. You've got Bruno Fernandes. There's so many players to learn from, how to deal with ups and downs in their careers and how to prepare and how to. I'm sure I should have mentioned every single one here. You know, don't kill me if I forgot some of them. But of course, when you have players like this, there's no hiding place, because you'll be told. If you don't do the right thing, you'll be told. That's, you know, when I walked into the dressing room here, when I played, and if Roy Keane saw me dip out of a tackle or not make the run, you were told. And I ended up being one of them that told players that I played with. And that's how it should be in Man United. You should have some experienced leaders there that has they put the demands down. So, of course, it wasn't always Sir Alex. It was, and it can't always be me or the coaches. And we're lucky that we have players like, you know, Harry has come in for the last 2 years and has been an unbelievable captain, as in how he's pulled everything together, how he's stood tall in the, call it, hard times. And we're now in a good position that the experience should be just dripping down to the boys who have aspirations to be as good as these players we're talking about.
Paul Hurst.
Hi Ollie. United as a club are obviously very kind of famous for scoring lots of goals, but the club's not had a player who scored 30 goals in one season since Sir Alex retired. Is that, knowing how Cristiano works, is that kind of a mark that he'll be looking to beat this season?
You know, I'm sure every forward has they put a target and they want to score goals. And if I'd let Marcus take the penalties last season, he would have ended on 40. The amount of goals Marcus scored was remarkable last season, and everyone said he had a poor season. So that boy is going to come back and be hungry for goals as well. But definitely Cristiano is a goal scorer, probably the best around. He's developed so many ways of scoring goals. But last season we scored most goals in a season for Man United since 06-07 when I played, and that's a long, long time ago. So we're on the right track. I'd rather share the goals between many forwards and attacking players and some set plays from the defenders than just rely on one.
So the last two, this one from Laurie Whitwell and the last one to Mark Critchley.
Hi.
Could I ask you to dip into the memory vault and flick back to 2003 when Cristiano made his first debut? You played in that game against Bolton. It was a pretty special debut. I just wondered what your memories of that game. Was there anything that stood out from him in particular? Yeah,
you know, obviously the crowd got excited straight away when he started on his stepovers, and he was so direct and fearless and brave, and just got going again, got knocked down, got up again. He showed everything a Man United player should show when he goes to Old Trafford, when he steps onto that pitch, and that's what we have come to expect from players at Man United. You should have that mental strength and courage and bravery and believe in yourself. And you know, when you see Mason trying, maybe making a mistake, failing, trying again, that's what we want. And that was his debut, yeah. Yeah, and his first start I played with him, that was against Wolverhampton. That's the one I got injured, and that ended my career. So, but it started his. So it was a good trade-off for us all.
The last one from Mark Critchley.
Hi Ollie, I seem to remember that on penalties you shared the duties between Marcus and Bruno at the start of the season a few seasons ago. Is that something that you're considering now that you've got Cristiano and Bruno?
I've got Cristiano, I've got Bruno, you got Marcus, I've got players that I trust to score every time they step up to take a penalty. And I've had the conversation, of course, and they know my position on it, and they know that I decide who's going to shoot the penalty if we get the penalty. That's not going to cause an issue. We're here to win. We're here to win together, and it's not about my numbers or your numbers. It's about us as a team, and the decision is going to be mine.